Welcome, everyone! The next revolution in gaming is not about better graphics or faster processors. It is about worlds that grow, adapt, and surprise you every time you play. This video explores how recursive AI is transforming game design, where every character, city, and storyline is no longer pre-written, but evolves dynamically. From unscripted dialogue to self-regulating economies, we are entering an era where the entire game world becomes a living simulation. What does this mean for developers, players, and the future of entertainment? At the heart of these evolving game worlds are recursive learning systems. These systems constantly process player behavior, game data, and world states to generate new rules, content, and interactions. Rather than following pre-written scripts, these systems adapt the game environment in real time, creating unique and unpredictable experiences with each session. As players make decisions, AI models update the behavior of characters, shift environmental factors, and adjust gameplay mechanics to ensure the world remains fluid and responsive. This approach removes the artificial feel of repetition and brings in a layer of organic complexity. Non-player characters will no longer be limited to fixed lines or predefined loops. Instead, each NPC will function as a semi-autonomous agent powered by large language models and behavioral simulations. These characters will remember past encounters, form goals based on current events, and respond differently to each player. A blacksmith might become a mayor if helped economically, or a soldier could defect to another faction if treated poorly. These behaviors won't be hard-coded. They will emerge from dynamic AI reasoning processes designed to simulate personal motivation, social dynamics, and shifting alliances. In-game economies will be driven by intelligent systems that respond to real-time events, not static tables. Supply and demand will affect everything from crop prices to the availability of magic scrolls. If a group of players controls a mining hub, that region's exports could dominate the market until AI rivals attempt to disrupt the trade. Factions might engage in hostile takeovers or undercut prices, mirroring real-world economic behaviors. These systems allow for resource scarcity, inflation, trade routes, and market crashes that feel authentic and player-driven, all without developer micromanagement. Game environments will be built to evolve, not just exist. Weather patterns, seasons, and geological activity will be simulated over time using predictive AI models. A forest might slowly disappear due to player logging, causing nearby species to migrate or die off. If a volcano erupts, villages may relocate and adapt their architecture to the new landscape. Rivers could shift over time, flooding areas and creating new travel routes or hazards. These changes will not be decorative. They will affect gameplay by forcing players to respond to a living, breathing world that changes as a result of their actions. Questing will take on a completely new dimension. Instead of fetching items or killing enemies from a static list, players will encounter tasks based on the current state of the world and their unique history within it. AI-driven factions may approach a player with missions tailored to their reputation, skills, and past decisions. A rebellion could seek help if the player has ties to a suffering region, while aspiring might avoid the player entirely if they have betrayed too many secrets. The result is a dynamic narrative that unfolds based on cause and effect, not a linear story path. Game systems themselves may be subject to ongoing revision. Recursive AI can detect imbalances, exploits, or stalling gameplay patterns, and respond by adjusting difficulty, modifying abilities, or introducing new mechanics altogether. If players repeatedly exploit a weak AI enemy, it might begin to adapt with better tactics. Combat strategies could evolve naturally, with enemies learning from player techniques and countering them in later encounters. Over time, the rules of the game could shift subtly or dramatically, keeping even veteran players on their toes. Player behavior will influence the shape and focus of the game world. Games may track how often players choose stealth over combat, diplomacy over domination, or exploration over conquest. The AI will then bias future world developments toward those trends. If most players avoid a certain region, it may fall into disrepair or be taken over by hostile forces. Conversely, areas with intense activity could flourish into new cultural hubs with advanced AI-driven storylines. This feedback loop means players aren't just playing the game, they're reshaping it collectively. Multiplayer dynamics will move beyond competition and cooperation into complex social ecosystems. AI factions could choose to ally with particular player guilds based on prior interactions, resource contributions, or shared goals. These alliances will be meaningful and mutable. A betrayal might trigger a decade-long vendetta by the AI, or a long-standing friendship might result in exclusive missions and technologies. Elections, revolutions, famines, and wars could erupt based on player actions, handled entirely by the evolving logic of AI systems managing political, economic, and social factors. The landscapes themselves will tell emergent stories. Instead of being randomly generated, environments will develop as a result of past activity. A city may crumble after years of war, leaving behind ruins that attract scavengers and treasure hunters. A mountain range might have been carved by ancient battles or shaped by the resource demands of past generations. These environments become historical artifacts of player and AI interaction, layered with meaning and consequence, giving a sense of continuity and depth that static maps can never match. These AI-powered game worlds reflect a broader trend in technology, the shift from static experiences to adaptive systems that evolve through interaction. Just as generative AI is transforming art, writing, and design, it is now poised to redefine entertainment itself. Games will no longer be confined to what developers imagine at launch. They will become persistent digital ecosystems, shaped by both artificial intelligence and human creativity over time. This marks a new era where entertainment becomes emergent, personalized, and endlessly unfolding. Eventually, these AI-driven game worlds will create the illusion of genuine life. They will not wait for the player to act. They will keep moving, growing, remembering, and reacting. Developers will become facilitators rather than authors, creating systems that allow the world to author itself. Players will log in not just to complete objectives, but to witness what has changed since they were last there. Each world will become a unique, evolving entity where gameplay is no longer a journey from start to finish, but an ongoing collaborative experience shaped in real time by everyone who inhabits it. As AI systems become more advanced and autonomous, the boundary between player and world begins to blur. Games powered by recursive intelligence will no longer follow linear paths or predictable loops. Instead, they will offer experiences that grow with you, challenge you in unexpected ways, and respond to your actions with true complexity. This is not just a new way to play games, it is the beginning of a new digital frontier where creativity, strategy, and discovery unfold in real time. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.